Levine authored Organizational Decline and Cutback Management in 1978 as part of his broader work, which focuses on the challenges that government bureaus face when there are constraints on available slack resources. Contrasting the practical and academic interest in the growth of government organizations, decline is particularly niche and just as challenging. Government bureaus have, overall, been growing for decades, and so organizational doctrine is often predicated on the assumption of at least gradual growth. Resultantly, there is relatively little experience on how to manage their decline. Levine describes organizational decline as a symptom of resource scarcity, which prompts trade-offs between different demands and functions, which is a problem for managers who must now develop new managerial doctrine, and a contingency for both the employees and the clients who both might have to find alternative employment or services, respectively. Organizational decline, or even the lack of growth, causes some fairly serious issues. The reduction of resource-intensive tasks like midterm planning and inter-organizational cooperation can exacerbate resource constraints. Likewise, it also snowballs personnel issues, often limiting the pool of employees to current status quo senior employees instead of cheaper, younger, more ambitious, or more innovative ones. But occasional decline can force the rational reevaluation of organizational structure and employees, and can even promote the long-term health of an organization by forcing the removal of unproductive employees or subunits. Reintroducing the same resources, which can now be slack resources, could then critically be used to alleviate internal conflicts. Levine describes the causes of organizational decline, which are important as it affects which strategies the organization can employ to either resist the decline or smooth it out, as either external or internal, and either political or economic. External political causes are described as problem depletion, like government responses to a flood, or closing a school because the number of school-aged children has declined. Decline caused by external economic factors or environmental entropy should be fairly intuitive. Cities with declining economic output or declining population face the challenge of declining revenue to support those government functions. In the internal political sphere, Levine describes what makes an organization more susceptible to decline, being small, having changes in leadership, internal conflict, and especially being a new organization. Lastly, in the internal economic dimension, there's organizational atrophy. Lacking the market mechanisms like revenue that can identify malfunctions, organizational issues in bureaus, misincentives, lack of oversight, communication and control issues, technical obsolescence, those can linger and lead to organizational decline. Levine's list of strategies to resist or smooth out decline based on those causes range from the simple to insightful to outright Machiavellian. Candidly, threaten to cut vital services or exploit the exploitable make the list of options, followed by notes on balancing the efficiency of those options and their equity. This is especially true when reducing personnel costs, as common strategies like hiring freezes or seniority-based cuts often have counterintuitive reasons for them to either be inequitable or inefficient. Finally, Levine concludes with a few broader ponderables that are as relevant today in 2000 current year as they were in 78. Economic growth is not limited nor guaranteed. And Levine proposes that society challenges the presupposition of bureaucratic growth so that we can develop the ideologies needed to manage organizational decline proficiently and equitably.